We had one customer come to us and said, Ian, there's no way that you are going to be able to build this data app. They were out of pocket that $1.5 million. And being the naive individual that I am, I said, let's do it. Not only are we going to do it, let's do it in 2 weeks. And sure enough, did we build the whole app out end to end? We did not. What we did was we built out phase one of a 5-phase app in a 2-week period on that large volume of data. They immediately said, this is incredible. This is exactly the solution that we've been looking for forever. My name is Ian Reed. I am a solutions engineer here at Sigma. We built this data app in less than an hour. This was their first time seeing Sigma, and they started interacting with it just like they would with a spreadsheet. They just picked it up and it worked. The business problem that I'm aiming to solve with my data app is called demand planning. And really what we are trying to take is a process that was done predominantly inside of spreadsheets and automate that in a way that makes it faster, more efficient. Organizations can iterate faster and just run their business more effectively. The main features that we leverage for that were linked input tables, the ability to create new scenarios using standard input tables, and even having conditional editing, giving users the ability to promote content. Every single month when we started this process all over again, I would dread it. The reason I built this truthfully is to say, I know I am not the only person out there that struggles with this. And I know if I can give them a way to do this or a framework to build their unique process off of, so many people are just going to have a more impactful role within their organization and truthfully just like their job more. I think the challenge that I came up with right from the beginning is I tried to do everything all at once, right? I always like to make the joke that data apps is like a language. I can teach you words, but it's how you put those words into a sentence or a book that makes them extremely impactful. I would solve one process at a time. And what I realized quickly with data apps, and one of the many things that I love about it, is you build off of them. So if I built that first step in the process, I can build step 2 off of that, step 3 off of that. The benefits that this data app is going to give end users, it's going to save time. It's going to increase collaboration across all their stakeholders. It's going to give people trust and confidence in their data. And more importantly, they can iterate faster. It's just human nature to say, if this isn't what I want, I'm going to change it. The problem with that is me. There's someone at the end of that line that has to bring those together. If I were to boil this down into one single thing that this solves the most for, it's having guardrails around this process from end to end that spreadsheets otherwise can't give to their end users. The way that this has increased decision making is it's visibility. It's visibility and trust on your data. The challenge that many demand planners run into is because you have spreadsheets flying across the organization. I always make the joke that what version are you looking at? Because there's so many versions going across the organization. Because Sigma is centralized in the cloud, there is no idea of having spreadsheets run rampant across your organization. Every single person that logs in, we're all seeing the same thing at the same time. Feedback that I've received from users and stakeholders is this is the process that they have been trying to use a BI solution for years and they just cannot do it. When I know that this landed, my customers will come to me and say, that's it. They understand that this is truly what they have been looking for to solve. The other thing that I'll get from customers sometimes, they say, wait, you're telling me that I am spending 6-7 figure deals on bespoke point solutions to solve for something that you just built in 30 minutes, Ian? This seems too good to be true. What am I missing here? And that's the power of Sigma. It's just we're doing game-changing things in this industry. The advice I would give someone that building data apps on Sigma, number one is it's have fun, right? Take off everything that you thought of in terms of what BI can and cannot do. Come into a blank slate because data apps are changing the way organizations and creators work with data. Number 2, it's show off your work. And what I love about the analytics community as a whole is how collaborative and how much we work together. If I show you something that I built, you can take that and say, oh my gosh, what about adding this? For those folks that are interested in data apps but don't know where to start, I would say the first thing to do is just dive in. There truly is no code behind the scenes. It's exactly what meets the eye. And I know I said this before, but the piece that I think is so impactful is when somebody gets in and they build something, they say, that's it. That's it. It's data apps. It just works.